ABC. Friday. Movie. Tonight, a world premiere motion picture. The ABC Friday Night Movie.
I'm the storyteller, and my stories must be told. I have many stories, tales for both the young and old. I have many voices to describe many places. Many names have I, and many faces. In Russia I am Ivan, in Sweden I am Jan. In Germany I'm Johann, in America I'm John. From my many travels I have gathered these tales to teach you good sense when all else fails. Sometimes there are tears, sometimes there is laughter, but always are happily ever after.
Long ago and far away, there was once a man who was rich beyond measure. He had all that he desired. But if anyone asked him what were his 3 most treasured possessions, he would answer, his 3 charming daughters. His daughters possessed everything: health, wealth, and happiness. They were all devoted to their father, who denied them nothing. But as his daughters grew up, the rich man began to fear that they might love him less as the years went by. One day, the rich man fell ill with a high fever. His 3 daughters nursed him day and night and gave him the very best of care. Then, one evening, the rich man woke from a feverish dream, and in great distress he rang for his daughters. They came quickly to see what he wanted. The eldest daughter offered her father a pillow, but the rich man didn't want it. The youngest daughter offered him a drink, but again the rich man shook his head. Then the middle daughter offered to read to him, but the rich man had no wish to be read to. So what did he want? The rich man beckoned to his youngest daughter. He wanted to know how much she loved him. She replied that she loved him as she loved life. The rich man was very pleased. Then he asked his eldest daughter how much she loved him. She smiled and told him that she loved him better than all the world. This also made the rich man very happy. Then he turned to his middle daughter and asked how much she loved him, but when she declared that she loved him as fresh meat loves salt, he was very angry and cried out that then she didn't love him at all. Was this all the reward he got for years of loving care? What a cruel, ungrateful girl. So with that, he banished his daughter from his house, his life, and his very thoughts. His poor daughter left the bedside in tears. Her sisters tried to comfort her as she went to the door and, in great distress, left her father's house and walked through the dark forest, not knowing where she was going or what she was going to do. At last, she stopped to rest. Too tired and unhappy to walk another step, she sank down onto the ground, and curling up, it wasn't long before she fell asleep. When she woke the next morning, the sun was shining and the birds were singing. And because at heart she was a sensible girl, she thought to herself, "It will do me no good to cry. I can never go home again. So today I will start a new life. To live, I must find a job." But first, she had to find her way out of the forest. She walked on until she came to a great lake. The water looked cool and inviting, so she decided to rest there. But when she caught sight of her reflection in the water, she saw that her fine dress and long hair made her look too rich a lady. If she wanted a job, she must find a disguise. Then she saw some reeds growing by the side of the lake. With them, she could weave herself a hat which would hide her long dark tresses. Then no one would suspect that she had once been a wealthy young lady who had lived in a fine house. She pulled out handful after handful of the thin green reeds until she had collected a large bunch. But she still needed something to hide her fine dress. What could she use? Then she saw, lying in the hollow of an old tree, some sacks that a woodman must have left behind. She shook them out. There were 3 altogether. That would be plenty for her to make a disguise with. Now, although she had never ever done a day's work in her life, she had been taught to weave and sew. She soon set to work undoing the sacks and worked away quite happily. Soon she had shaped an arm. Having fashioned a needle from a piece of wood, she continued to sew. When she had finished her sewing, she began plaiting the reeds together to make the hat. She worked on, and for a while she was so busy, she forgot all about her troubles. At last, the hat was finished. She tried it on. It fitted perfectly, and there was plenty of room inside it for her to hide her hair. When the hat was in place, she tried the rest of her disguise on. The sack coat did indeed hide her fine dress. No longer did she look like a rich young lady. Now she looked like a poor girl in need of work. Away she hurried. She had not walked far when she came to a great house. It was such a grand house, she was sure they would need many maids there. So she walked bravely up to the front door. She did so hope they would give her a job. She knocked gently, and the door was opened by an elderly manservant. "Yes," he said gruffly. "Oh, excuse me, but I wonder if your mistress has need of a maid? I will do any work. I ask only for a little food and shelter." The manservant answered shortly, "If you can wash pans and scrub floors, then you can stay." She was overjoyed. So she stayed and worked hard for her keep. The floors had never been so sparkling clean, and the pots and pans had never shone so bright. And because none of the servants knew her name, they called her Caparushes, after the hat she always wore. One morning there was great excitement in the kitchen. A ball was to be held at the house that evening, and all the servants were to be allowed to go and watch. But when the maids asked Caparushes if she was going, she just shook her head. She was too tired and would rather go to bed. The maids chattered on, thinking how Caparushes would miss all the fun. But Cap just smiled. That night, when all the other maids had gone down to the ballroom, Caparushes washed herself, and then, taking off her sack coat and hat, she tidied herself up. And off she went to the ball. The ball had already begun. The air was filled with music. Some of the guests danced, while others laughed and talked. When Caparushes entered, she looked so beautiful in her fine dress and with her long dark hair that no one recognized her as the scullery maid who scrubbed the floor so hard and cleaned the pots and pans. And when the young master caught sight of Caparushes across the room, he thought she was the most beautiful creature he had ever seen, and fell in love with her immediately. Caparushes looked radiant, for she so loved to dance, and she did find the young man quite enchanting. And the young master was quite bewitched, and would dance with no other. The maids wondered who the beautiful young lady was, and so did the young master. But Caparushes would tell him nothing about herself, not even her name. Knowing that she must leave the ball before the others, Caparushes waited until the young master was called away. And then she slipped quickly out. The young master was most upset to see that the beautiful lady had gone, for he knew no way of finding her again. Caparushes was safely in bed when the other maids returned from the ball, and though her heart was beating so hard she was sure that they would hear, she pretended to be asleep. In the kitchen the next morning, the maids were chattering in great excitement. Caparushes listened as they talked about the beautiful young lady who had danced with the young master all evening. No one, not even the master, knew who she was or where she came from. There was to be another ball next week. Perhaps she would return then. Caparushes said nothing, but smiled. The evening of the ball came round again. Caparushes waited until all the maids had gone. Then she took off her disguise and made her way to the ballroom. No sooner had Caparushes appeared than the young master presented himself. Again, the couple danced together all evening. Caparushes looked so radiant that the young man could not take his eyes off her. He tried to discover who Caparushes was, but she would tell him nothing about herself. All the other guests also wondered who the mysterious young lady was. Caparushes and the young master danced on. Caparushes so wished she could tell the young master her secret, but she knew she mustn't. The maids watched and giggled. They'd certainly have something to tell Caparushes in the morning. At last, Caparushes and the young master stopped dancing. Suddenly he took off his ring and said, "Take this as a token of my love. Please, I must see you again." And just as he was hoping she might tell him her name, someone called to him, and Caparushes slipped away. The young master was very unhappy when he discovered the beautiful lady had disappeared again. Where, oh where, would he ever find her? That night, when Caparushes was safely in bed, she gazed lovingly at the ring, for she too had fallen in love with the young master. But she could do nothing. The young master searched everywhere for the young lady, but no one had seen her. In his despair, the young man took to his bed, and each day grew weaker and weaker. There was great sorrow in the house. When Caparushes heard of the young master's illness, she came quickly to the cook and asked if she might help. "Make some soup for the master," said the cook. Caparushes, happy to do something, prepared some vegetable soup for the young master. Somehow she had to get a message to him, for she could not bear to think of him dying of a broken heart. Busily she worked away, and soon the soup was cooking. Now she knew what she must do. When no one was looking, she quickly took out the master's ring. Knowing there was no other way to get a message to him, Caparushes dropped the ring into the soup, and then took up the tray. She gave the tray to the cook, who was to take it up to the young master's room. Soon, every bell in the house was ringing, and word came down that the young master wanted to know who had made the soup. The cook sent Caparushes up to the master's room. The young master was sitting pale and listless in a chair when Caparushes entered. "Come closer," ordered the young master. "Did you prepare the soup?" he asked. "Yes," said Caparushes. "Then where did you get this ring?" Caparushes said very softly, "The person I love gave it to me." And with a gentle smile, she slowly took off her hat. The young master couldn't believe it, for before his very eyes, the little scullery maid was turning into the beautiful young lady. All the time he had been searching for her, she had been under his very own roof. At last, he had found his true love, and never again would he let her out of his sight. It made no difference to him if she were a scullery maid or a princess. They would never be parted again. When the wedding was announced, Caporushes came into the kitchen and said, "Please, cook all the meat dishes without salt." The cook was shocked. "It'll taste awful," she said, for everyone knew that meat needed salt. But she did as Caporushes said. The wedding went as planned, and the young couple looked radiant. Now all the rich and important people of the district had been invited to the wedding. The young master had also invited the rich man and his 2 daughters, little knowing that he was Caporushes' father. The rich man did not know who the mysterious bride was until he arrived at the wedding. Caporushes' sisters were delighted to see her again. The rich man said nothing in front of the other guests, but he had not forgiven his daughter. He was still very angry, but out of politeness he stayed on for the feast. Poor Caporushes did so want to be reunited with her father. Just then, the young master rose and proposed a toast, when suddenly sobbing was heard. It was the rich man. All the guests stared. "What's the matter?" one asked. "Oh," cried the rich man, "I once had a daughter who I loved, and when I asked how much she loved me, she said, 'As fresh meat loves salt.' I cast her out, but now I understand what she meant." Caporushes tried to comfort her father, and seeing him so unhappy, she too began to cry. "Do you forgive me?" he sobbed. Caporushes nodded, and the young master now understood the reason for his wife's secrecy. So Caporushes was at last reunited with her family. All the offending meat dishes were removed from the table, and delicious new fare brought in. The wedding feast ended joyfully for all, and the happiest person was Caporushes, for she had at last proved her love for her father and also found her own true love.
From the creator of Star Wars, from the director of Cocoon, a world is awakening.
Why, with the strength of my great army, can you not find one little child?
It's a dangerous world. That's why we need your help.
Your journey has just begun.
Willow. Heroes come in all sizes. But adventure doesn't come any bigger than this.
Find the child. Find the child.
We are not afraid of you. After them!
You're gonna get us killed.
Adjust them completely. The next great adventure.
You are great.
Willow. Coming in May.
TriStar Pictures announces the collaboration of 3 extraordinary talents. Jim Henson, creator of The Muppets and Dark Crystal.
Where you go with a head like that?
George Lucas, creator of the Star Wars saga. And one of the most innovative forces in modern entertainment, David Bowie. Together, they will take you into a dazzling world of fantasy and adventure.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
A world where anything seems possible, and nothing is what it seems.
Everything I've done for you. I move the stars for no one. Run so long, run so far.
The world of Labyrinth.
As the brute fellow in pursuit of the oval ball.
Shut up, Squalor. Shut up.
Heave ho, as the matelot with the hempen rope. Heave!
Prune Squalor, will you shut up?
I see genitalia. It is of a sex, ladyship.
What kind?
Oh, it's a fine sex.
Which one, you idiot?
A brand new grown, ladyship.
Squalor, what is it?
I spy testiclia, and there or thereabouts is also to be found a tinkle.
It's
It's an heir, ladyship. An heir to the glory of Gormenghast.
It's a boy!
It's a boy! It's a boy! It's a boy! It's a boy! It's a boy!
It's a boy! It's a boy! Come on! The 9th month. The 9th, you dolt. Didn't I say the 9th? It's blue! The egg should be blue, not red! Oh. Then, the 9th, your lordship. 11 o'clock. Release of the 5 hawks from the northeast turret. 1:15. Groaning of the dungeons with your daughter, Lady Fuchsia. 4 o'clock. Blessing the meteorites. 6.
It's a boy! It's a boy!
Damn it, what is that racket?
It's a boy! A son full-grown!
A boy! A new world! The 77th! Born on the 9th?
No! I don't want a brother. Who says I want a brother?
A little lordship.
Nanny, why didn't anyone ask me?
Oh, Mary can't. I can't wait to see him and love him and squeeze him all to death.
You're a silly old fool! Why doesn't anyone understand me?
My own little boy.
Don't just stand there. Get me some food. I'm furious. I'm going to have a dream, and it's going to be a long one. Why do I always have to wait till doomsday? I am only the daughter of the Earl of Crone, aren't I? All right, then. I'll starve.
I could smack him already.
It's a boy!
Carlo's ranks, my little one. Tell me, my stenching little cherubs. Tell me extra quickly, and I will sing a song for you. Who am I?
The father of excellence and plenty!
Correct! Fairy boys. Oh, I am your dada. I am your flower of flatulence. Your gorgeous, gaseous bud. Where is he? Where is he? Where is that slug of summer? That stench of goat steer pike? Where is he?
There, sir!
Steer pike, my ray of adult sunshine. Why should I sing to you? A creature of no more consequence than a stoat's shit. Why don't I just crush you in my paw? Why don't I smash you into pieces?
Put down, boy.
Mr. Flay, the spidery servant on his measly legs.
Drop, boy.
Oh, Mr. Flay, is the time come? Is it?
Drop, boy. Chef of kitchen. Chef of scum.
You are in my kitchen kingdom, servant. This is the domain of Swelter. How dare you?
Flay! Manservants to the Earl.
How dare you?
How dare you! How dare!
No respect for stones. Vile thing. One of Swelter's striped rats.
Yes, sir. You helped me, sir.
Help? You?
Yes, sir. You told him to drop me. Please. I'm lost and I'm dying of heat from the kitchens.
Don't want Swelter slugging stone lanes. Go.
Please, sir. Show me daylight and I'll go. Please, help me leave the vile Swelter.
Vile? I say vile. What you done?
Done, sir. When? Nothing, sir. Nothing at all. I'm unhappy, sir.
Unhappy? This rebellion?
No, sir. No rebellion, sir. None at all. I am loyal to my castle. Only rebellion against the vile Swelter.
Swelter, leave his name in fat and grease. Never Swelter in stone lanes. Hold your tongue. Teach you to be unhappy when Groan is born.
Groan, sir. Let me see. Please. Let me see a groan.
See a groan? You? So you kitchen rat. See what you've never seen. Forward, Swelter slug! This cat room.
Whose are they?
So you. Name?
Steerpike, sir.
Queer pike?
Steerpike, sir. Steerpike.
Square tyke, twice. What for? Once enough for kitchen thing.
Whose are they, sir?
Ladyship. See. Ladyship room.
Did you notice anything unusual about the boy?
Oh, structurally a sound child, my lord. Sound as a bell.
Damn the structure. Did you see his face?
I noticed his face, sir. I definitely noticed it. If that's of any help.
Did you notice anything strange? You needn't be afraid to speak out.
Strange, lordship.
The face, Prune Squalor, the face.
Speaking professionally, I should say his face was irregular, sir, but not...
Unnatural?
I'd say irregular, sir.
Ugly?
I'd say unnatural.
Why must you hedge, Doctor? When I say ugly, have the goodness to use the word. Have you ever delivered a more hideous child?
Never, my lord, never! And he has such extraordinary eyes.
Eyes? What's wrong with them?
They are violet, my lord.
Seen enough grunt. These are not for you. Back to hell. And Swelter.
No, sir. Please. Not the kitchens.
Where you belong.
He's ugly, sir. I heard it. The new lordships are natural. Lord Grant says so.
So?
Not the kitchens. Please.
Spit it out, Sink boy.
If I go back to Swelter, I'll tell them all what I heard his lordship say.
You heard nothing.
All the apprentices will know. His little lordship's hideous.
You'll say nothing. I'll fix you. Little lordship ugly, idiots. Teach you, Swelter rat. No rebellion here. No insult to these stones from you.
At least it's not the kitchens. Whose is all this?
Titus groan! Titus! Titus! Oh, but bring him in now, you idiot! Here, over here. Here! There! Over there, by his lordship! This is a naming woman, not a tea dance! Your lordship, as the 76th Earl of Grome, it is written that you shall now accompany your son there to the iron bowl of malt water. Here, to the bowl. This! Does it look like a bowl? Does it hold water like a bowl? Then it is a bowl, isn't it? Here, woman! Down into the pages of the book. It is written, and it shall be adhered to, that between these pages, where the flax is grey with the wisdom, the firstborn male child of the House of Grome shall be lowered.
Why does he get all the glory? Why not us? Why not us?
Directed towards water. And that these pages, heavy with these the words of ritual ceremony, and his future life shall be bent in and around him, so that he is engulfed.
Why has she got all the power anyway? It's ours. Groom's our brother, isn't he?
And is as one with the inviolable law.
How much longer?
Like rubber, your ladyship. Every ounce of ounce.
What are you talking about, you idiot?
I was referring to a child who's just fallen to the floor, your ladyship.
Has he? Where?
He's here, ladyship.
Oh. We'll go for a walk. 15 minutes on the lawn. Master Chalk could do with the air. Can't you, dear? Come along, my precious.
He's ugly.
So are you?
I like him better now he's ugly.
Where have you been for the past 15 years?
We've been in the South Wing. We've been thinking.
About what?
Power. Shh.
Inheritor of the powers I hold, continuer of the bloodstock of the stones, approach now the purity of the stream of Gormenghast, where, named and fated, you shall be consecrated as Titus, 77th Earl of Grone and Lord of Gormenghast. Child, welcome to the fastness.
Come along, ladies. Come along.
Oh, irresistible. You barbarized one, Signor Swelter. You positively barbarized one.
Oh, Mr. Flea, Mr. Flea. Don't just walk out as if you've got a friend in the world. Allow me to introduce you to some of my boys. After all, they are your own sort from the grubs and the gutters. They're my ickle spittle boys. Yes. Now, come along. Permit me to introduce to you Master Springers. Master Springers, Mr. Flea. Mr. Flea, Master Springers. This is Master Rattle. Master Rattle, Mr. Flea. Mr. Flea, Master Rattle.
Kitchen scum.
Isn't he sweet, your ladyship?
Who?
His little lordship, your ladyship.
What do you want me to do with him?
He's had his bath.
What about it? Go away. Bring him back when he's 6. Master Chalk! Where are you?
Gormenghast. Who are you then?
He's not so bad after all. Pinched nose, flat head, weird eyes. No, not so bad. Not so bad. Is he? He is my little brother.
Oh, his little lordship.
Oh, Nanny.
Amy.
Oh, Nanny, I love him.
Oh?
And you. They dropped him on his head, and he is so ugly. I love him.
Oh! Naughty girl. Oh, you need a good smack.
I think I will see him every fortnight.
Oh, my poor hands and my weak heart. And her ladyship says, go and get a wet nurse from the village. How am I going to go down all them steps at my age? Oh, getting me to go out at this time of night is not right. Poor. Oh, catch me death. Keeper, open it up.
lackadaisical creature slow as a snail. Hurry up! I'm cold. Too old for all this. Don't she know how far it is to the woodcarver's village? Up there with her birds. Out me way, I got an important announcement. Carvers, low servants at the castle, lowest of the low. I haven't come to talk about the ceremony of the bright carvings. That is as it is and always will be. That is the business of higher people. Higher than me, I mean. I have come to give you some wonderful news. A new little groan has been born, a boy of the blood, a new master. I am in charge, of course, as per usual, and I want a wet nurse for him to come back with me at once. Who are you? I said, who are you? Answer me, at once.
Kida. I am with child. I don't want to stay here. I have no man. I want to come. Please, I am strong. Please take me.
You'll do.
Her Ladyship Fuchsia Crone. Amen.
Her young ladyship never eats. How's she going to grow? And how's he going to? You don't feed him.
Take it, Lordship. Take it. This is your little sister's milk.
Sister? What do you mean, sister?
I'm carrying his foster sister, aren't I?
How do you know it's a girl?
I know.
I don't care what you know. Boy or girl, that is no sister to a grown. He's already got a sister, he has, the Lady Fuchsia. This is her breakfast. A foster child won't go near him. He's a little lordship. She's Carver. He's them. She's you.
Her father was a great man. He was the best carver.
And he's dead. And the Carvers won't have his child there because it'll be born out of wedlock. That's why, isn't it? How dare you talk like that? Mixing up the Lord of Gormenghast with the little
bastard? You can think what you like. But she's mine, whatever she is. Whatever you want to call her.
Don't you talk to me like that in the presence of his little lordship. I won't stand it. You stupid, stupid girl. I've got my work to do. I'm not going to do my work with my bad chest if you upset me. His little lordship will never, never get mixed up with a... He'll be where he belongs. And so will she. And everybody else in the right place. I'm too old. I'm too old for all this.
I know it. She will be your little sister. And you will love her. Go away!
You've got to eat. How are you going to grow up? You are the naughtiest girl.
Go away! I'm going to have an adventure.
Dr. Prune has got a present for you.
I don't care. What is it?
Let me in, and I'll tell you.
When I am queen, I am going to burn down the castle.
What did you say? Wickedest girl. You are the most... Fuchsia?
I am Fuchsia. I am me. Don't be frightened. Wait and see. What are you doing here?
The Lady Fuchsia grown, I believe.
Nobody comes here. This is my... I hate you!
Madam?
Go away!
Madam, I have seen such things.
This is private.
Forgive me, madam. But your book that I couldn't help but glance at, the adventures in there are nothing to what has happened to me. I mean, really happened. You wouldn't believe me anyway.
Believe what?
Shh. I have seen a great pavement in the sky. I have been colder than ice. I've had no food or sleep. Lady Fuchsia, I'm a rebel. I come for sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Like the knights of old, your ladyship.
You're wearing kitchen clothes.
That's where I escaped from. My name is Steerpike, but I cannot tell you where the pavement in the clouds lies. Not yet.
Oh, why not?
Madam, there are a great many mysteries in this world, and some may be too strong for the delicate heart of a lady such as yourself.
You are an adventurer.
That's exactly what I am. I am a man of purpose. May I beg you, find me useful employment, and I will never let you down. I swear it.
You will swear an oath.
I am yours to do with as you will.
What is that awful stink?
It's the filthy dregs you poured over me, madam.
Oh, well, you'd better wash, hadn't you?
Yes, ladyship.
Well, then just stand there kneeling. Follow me. Oh.
Don't forget, you promised to introduce me to someone who might employ me, your ladyship.
I did not promise. How dare you tell such lies?
I apologize, madam. You are my queen. My absolute queen. I'm in your hands. Your minstrel Steerpike.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Come on. Come on.
Go away! I'm not here now.
It's Dr. Prue. I told you, he's got a present for you.
My present? I forgot my present.
Your clown, madam. Please don't ever forget your clown.
Nanny.
Doctor's waiting, ladyship.
In a minute, Nanny. I'll come to your room. Good.
A kitchen boy from the kitchens. How could you shame yourself?
Quiet, Nanny. I want my present.
Good morning. Well, well, so you've brought a little friend with you, have you, Fuchsia, my dear child?
Master Steerpack, sir. At your service.
I don't know about at my service. I wouldn't have any service left if every young gentleman was suddenly at it. In my service would perhaps be immeasurably preferable.
That's all right, then, because he's come for a job. Where's my present?
My dear Mrs. Slagg. I've always been fascinated by those who want to work. What do you fancy, Fuchsia, my dear child? Elderberry? Something to tide you over?
What's my present, Dr. Prune?
Ah, your present. Dear child, I saw the diamante in your teardrops the day your baby brother was born.
Diamante? What is it? Is it diamonds?
Aha. And you, young sir, what will you have? And what in the name of hosiery is that you're wearing?
This, sir, is a kitchen jacket. These are kitchen trousers and these are kitchen shoes. All about me is kitchen, which is as absurd upon me as it is insulting, if you don't mind me saying so. I'll take a brandy, thank you.
I see. And if, my dear boy, you are not kitchen, what is it that we find beneath that fetid attire, huh? Are you a problem case? Or are you a young gentleman with no ideas at all?
With your permission, sir, neither. I have plenty of ideas, though at the same time plenty of problems, too. My first and most immediate is to impress you with my talent, so it may be put to your service in any form at all.
Mine? Well, what maladresse! What enormity of service! You tantalize me in a pleasant sort of way, Master Steerpack. But whether I want you hanging about my house is another kettle of fish altogether.
I never hang about, sir. It's the one thing I never do.
You hung about in my room. He climbed there. He's very clever, Doctor.
Kitchen boy.
In my less ambitious moments, it's as a dispenser I see myself.
Do you have any knowledge of the pharmaceuticals, may I venture to remark?
Under your guidance, I could learn anything.
What a diabolically clever little monster.
You don't mind me saying so, sir?
Huh?
Your service is a bit slow. Perhaps I might be allowed to pep it up a little.
I'm bored talking about him. What about my present?
Of course, my dear. Master Steerpack, while I speak to her ladyship, would you be so good... Goodness me.
May I open the door for you? You look as if you're having a little difficulty doing it yourself.
Mollocks!
No more kitchens for me. It's almost too easy.
Thank you, Dr. Prue. Thank you.
Ah, ladyship. Take care, my dear. Happy dreams.
I'm afraid I'm still here, Doctor.
What is that? What is that?
That, my dear sister, is Master Steerpike, who wishes to serve us.
Did he go upstairs just now? Did he go upstairs? I heard feet.
And what is wrong when you boil the matter down with feet? I've always found mine most useful, especially when walking. One might almost imagine they had been designed for the very purpose.
As usual, Alfred, you were drunk with your own levity. I heard feet, I tell you, in our own upstairs. And you take no notice.
I also heard something, madam.
You did?
I was here in the hall waiting for the doctor to decide in what capacity he was to employ me when I heard what sounded like feet.
I told you so, Alfred.
So I crept to the top of the stair. But there was no one there, so I returned.
Well, thank you, Mr.
Steerpike. And you are welcome. And may I say that standing before me in your exquisite gown of darkness.
Exquisite gown of darkness. Oh, that's good.
I have an overwhelming and instinctive desire to serve you. A great and bounteous lady like yourself may be unwilling. I can understand that. But tomorrow, if I may, I shall remove that stain I see on the hem of this exquisite gown that so becomes you.
Well, exquisite, bounteous, and albeit stained, begowned, sister.
I think we shall dress him in pale grey.
Where shall I sleep?
I heard a winter tree in song. Its leaves were buds 100 strong. When all at once it ceased to sing, for every leaf had taken wing. Titus, you will be free.
You made me late. You wicked boy.
Come on, come on! The ceremony of the great carvings. From the sunrise to the night of the moon, in eternal day and eternal night, what has been, has always been, and will always be Gormenghast! Carvers create beauty for the delectation of the Lord. His lordship will now select the best carvings. The rest will be burnt.
Well, they've all got to go sooner or later. Which one first?
We have been doubly privileged, your ladyships. First the ceremony, and then a visit from your good selves.
Who's he?
I am your servant, madam. Madam?
What's he here for?
Only your gracious patronage, ladyships. Only your favor.
What was that? Say it again.
Only your gracious favor.
We'll give it to him. No, we won't. Not yet. We will. You can take us home.
I am honored.
Climbs faster than Virginia Creeper.
All this could be ours. All of it. The whole place. We had 100 servants once, and livery, and coaches.
And she stole them.
What did he say? Say it again.
Lady Gertrude stole them. Everybody knows.
Wait. Mr. Steerpike.
Your apartments, ladyships. But forgive my honesty, not apartments that are fit for ladyships.
What did he say?
It makes me mad, my lady. My lady. It makes me mad. I am in such a fury. How can such gracious, bountiful, generous, beautiful, superior
us
ladies be the victims of such rascals and thieves? It makes me mad. I am your servant. With your permission, I pledge my life and honor to restoring you to your privileges.
Our privileges? Does he mean our servants? Our livery? Our coaches? And our thrones? We never had thrones. We did.
All of it. Livery, thrones, servants, coaches. The lot.
But what about Gertrude?
Tell no one what we've said. And you can leave it to me.
We did have thrones. I remember.
Lady Gladys.
Cora.
Lady Cora. You must try and concentrate on what I'm saying. I have made a pledge. Do you want your power back?
Oh, yes.
Then I shall return. Good night, my sweet ladies.
What did he say? Sweet ladies.
What's up, me little sweetness? Oh, are you damp, me little adorable?
Come quick, come.
I'll be a good little lordship. You're gonna see your papa. Oh, don't cry. Oh, shh.
Put him here. I found these for him. Sit with him, nurse, on the rug. I have in mind a family gathering to confer... What is it, nurse?
I am so tired, my lord.
Then lie down. This day week, at 8 o'clock, dress the boy in his christening robes and bring him here. Inform those concerned. If they're surprised, it doesn't matter. I want to do it. A gathering to arrange and confirm a breakfast for my son. The Countess, Lady Fuchsia, their ladyships, Clarice and Cora, and perhaps Prune Squatter and his sister.
Yes, Lordship.
Let me see him. He has improved. Not so hideous.
He's a gorgeous little one, Lordship.
Instill into him his time, his birthplace, his heritage, and a respect for all his fathers. Will you? Perhaps he won't like it. Do it for me, nurse. Flay, take Mrs. Slag back. You need not return tonight. Have my room ready.
Lordship.
My son. Oh, my son.
Mad. All mad.
About time too, you miserable old groaner.
Where'd you get that?
Shame to let it rust, don't you think? Such waste as they are.
That is not for you to say, kitchen boy.
Doctor's dispensary clerk, as a matter of fact, Slag. And don't go trying to be superior with me. We're from the same place.
Out of my way, drainage.
And talking of places, I know exactly the one you're going to right now.
How can you know that? That is the business of his lordship and Mr. Flay.
Oh, I'd say you were about to visit the Simple Sisters. Half with Clarice, and half with Cora.
Oh!
Or is it the other way around, Slag?
How dare you!
How are you feeling, Slag? Heart bad? Legs weak? It's about another mile past the south wing and further. I'd say you should thank me.
What for?
I've done it for you. I told them. 8 o'clock next Friday. His lordship mentioned it to me. He didn't think you were up to it. To tell you the truth, he wasn't sure whether you were fit enough to look after his son either.
Not fit. His little lordship.
Don't worry. I saved your bacon. I told him you had years in you yet.
Oh.
Look what I've done for you already. Us from the sewer should stick together, I'd say. Oh, by the way, Clarice and Cora can't make it. Illness is the cause, I believe.
Oh.
Or is it dementia? Anyway, pass it on to Flay, would you? And he'll think you made the journey yourself. Good morning, Slag.
The young prince, with stars for eyes and a half moon for a mouth, was asleep and didn't know that the dwarf with brass teeth was creeping towards him. Master Chalk! Have you come to ask forgiveness for being away so long? What is it, Master Chalk? What's wrong?
All of this. Look, there. The Tower of Flints in the west wing. The Blue Dome in the east. And the north wing and the great library over there. Gormenghast Mountains and the wilderness as far as the eye can see. All and everything. What else is there but Gormenghast? So who does it belong to?
That's obvious. Brother Grown.
Who should it belong to?
That's obvious. Us.
Let's think about this. Your brother has control over it all. That's true. But is it right and proper? Is it just? Do you believe in justice?
Is it justice that he has taken everything that is yours? Do you believe this injustice should be destroyed? So then how do you destroy your brother? How has he done this to you? Why is he so clever?
He reads it all in books.
Exactly. If he didn't have his books, he wouldn't be so clever, would he? If he wasn't so clever, you could defeat him, couldn't you? What's the best way to destroy books?
I would burn them. So would I, with fire.
Books are in the library.
Oh, well, we oughtn't to burn the library. Oh, no.
Lady Clarice, Lady Cora, I told you I come in serious errand. Listen to this. At the end of next week, his lordship, your brother, is holding a gathering for the family to discuss a breakfast for Titus.
A gathering for the family. Oh, we can wear purple. No, the green. Purple. Green. Purple. Green.
You're not invited. Even Prune Squalor and his silly sister have been invited. But not Lady Clarice. And not Lady Cora.
Not invited? Lady Clarice? Lady Cora? Not invited?
Not invited. Personally, I think your plan to burn down the library is genius.
We want to do it. So do I. Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it.
Sit down. At once. I am pledged to help you, am I not? If it is your desire, I will give you instructions on how to burn down the library when it is empty. But only if it is your desire.
Can we watch it burn?
Do you want to be caught?
No.
Then you can watch it from here. You'll be quite safe.
A red flower. Red, Lordship?
I am a father. A red flower for my son.
Tell me, once more.
We've been indoors all the time. 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 We've been...
The library is now empty. It's time we started, your ladyships.
These nights that the owls in the Tower of Flints seek their prey as heretofore. And although against all the usual tradition and log and rhythm of the castle, his lordship shall speak the matter on his mind.
It is for my son that I rewind the ritual. A breakfast for him, for me. Is it too much to ask? It shall be done, Master Secretary. I say this day 2 months.
Where is he? He said to wait here.
Now. Congratulations, my ladies. You've never been braver or more brilliant.
Will we get our coaches?
Of course. But you must do as I've told you.
Or will we get our thrones?
You will have everything. Now go back to your apartments and wait.
Servants?
Everything. Now go, at once.
Everything coaches, everything thrones, everything servants, everything power, everything...
As I say, Master Secretary, Nanny Slag, the child.
Akira 君に会ったの。
アキラ。
クラウンのやつを感情拷問に追い込んだぜ。
我々が変えるのではない。アキラを望む人民が変えるのだ。
もうよせ、鉄を。殺す気か。
うるさい。俺に命令すんな。
あの力には触れてはならんのかもしれんな。
人形使いってあの正体不明のハッカーが？警察だ！
国籍推定アメリカ、年齢性別経歴すべて不明。
プロジェクト2501人形使い計画、確かめてみるさ、自分のゴーストでな。
人間が人間であるための部品が決して少なくないように、自分が自分であるためには驚くほど多くのものが必要なのよ。他人を隔てるための顔、 それと意識しない声、目覚めの時に見つめる手、幼かった頃の記憶、未来の予感、私の電脳がアクセスできる膨大な情報やネットの広がり、それら全てが私の一部であり、私という意識そのものを生み出し、そして同時に私をある限界に制約し続ける。わらべの時は語ることもわらべのごとく、思うこともわらべのごとく、論ずることもわらべのごとくなりしが、人となりてはわらべのことを捨てたり。
Once upon a time. No, that's not the way to start. You'll think this is a fairy tale, and it isn't. It has elements of a fairy tale. Dragons, elves, griffins, fairies and so on. And it has magic. Now, in my day, magic was much more commonplace. Oh well, all things change. The arrow of time points in one direction only. So, where should I begin? Ah! Well, it's obvious. I should start at the beginning.
Loose your arrows!
With the terrible years of darkness. Was the first Christian king of England.
Kill! To all the prisoners! No mercy, no traitors! Let the whole world die! If I die... Vortigern is here! Traitors!
Vortigern! He's had all the prisoners slaughtered!
Justice! I curse you all!
Death came so easily then. And one tyrant smoothly passed the crown to another. Even worse. Civil war tore the country apart. Then the Saxons came. Christian churches were destroyed and defiled. So were the sacred places of the old pagan religion. The followers of the old ways cried out in their agony. There was only one being who could save them. she would come out of the land of magic.
It'll be too much for you, man. It'll drain you of what power you still have.
If I don't do it, we'll die. If people stop believing in us, we won't exist. The new religion has already pushed us to the brink. Soon we'll be forgotten.
All things change, sister. It's sad, but heaven, hell, and the world move on. It's fate.
I won't accept it. I'll fight. Will you help me?
No, you forget. I'm the lady of the lake. I'm made of water. Now everything's flowing away from us, and I accept it. I'm sorry, my dear.
Then I'll do it myself. Frick! You heard that, Frick?
Yes, well, I'm afraid, madam, that your sister is rather, shall we say, indecisive when it comes to making decisions. She never really gives you the backing you deserve.
We're on our own. We'd better get started.
Well, don't you think you should at least wait a couple of days to build up your strength?
No time. Our world is dying. He's magnificent. Now, I have to give him life.
It's a beautiful boy. Please look after my baby. I beg you. I beg you. It's all right, my dear. Swear it. I'm dying. I swear. I'll take care of your child.
Let me see the child. I name this child Merlin.
Now, while you're making gestures, save the mother. She's dying.
No, she's not. She's dead.
Sleep easy, child. The angels fly thee home. What's your excuse? Why didn't you save her?
She'd served her purpose.
Served her purpose? You are so cold. If I were to punch you in the heart, I'd break my fist. And to think I used to serve you in the old ways.
Then you changed. You became a Christian.
Who told you that? That snooping, smiling blatherskite. I follow my own heart. That's religion enough for me.
Why do you allow her to talk to you like that, madam?
Because she needs me, idiot.
Why do I need you, Ambrosia?
To take care of this child.
I can take care of him.
Well done. Well done. Milk over there. Yes. Well done. Yes. Oh, yes. Some more stairs.
Tricks. You need more than tricks to bring up a child. You need patience, understanding, love. Most of all, you need love. You used to have that once. No more. So, what have you decided?
The child stays with you. But remember, he is only half human. He belongs to me. He's my son. I will send for him when the time is right.
Ambrosia was like a tiger protecting me.
Get out of there! And stay out!
She was the bravest, kindest person I ever knew. I called her Auntie A, but she was really a mother to me. Have you noticed when you're miserable, time seems to slow to a crawl? On the other hand, when you're happy, my childhood must have been very, very happy, for it was over in a flash.
Please excuse their rudeness. We're traveling to Lord Lambert's castle and we lost our way.
It's about a mile. Take the right fork, but don't try any shortcuts. It's dangerous and you can get lost.
Thank you, sir. What can we offer you as a reward?
A kiss.
Do you know who you're talking to? This is the Lady Nimue, Lord Ardente's daughter.
She asked me what I wanted. I told the truth.
And I think it's a fair price.
My name's Merlin.
Mine's Nimue.
And I think you're a very rude young man.
I'll never forget you, Nimue. We'll meet again. I can see it.
I don't think so, Master Merlin.
Nimue. Come on, this way.
I'd warned Nimue not to leave the path, but she was very headstrong even then. Well, I suppose all young people are. She went off on her own.
Don't struggle. You'll only sink deeper. Stay calm. Take hold of the branch.
I can't reach.
After all these years, I still remember how it was. I felt the power in me.
Grow.
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 Grow now. Keep hold. That's it. You're safe now. I told you we'd meet again.
How did you do that? With the branch?
I don't know.
Well, whatever it was, you saved my life. You deserve another kiss.
I've seen her. The most beautiful girl in the world. The only girl I'll ever love. I know it. And she loves me and we'll love each other always. And
what are you babbling about? You're dripping wet. Take your clothes off.
I'm a hero, too. I saved her.
Oh, yes. Now, you saved who? From what?
Nimue. Nimue, she's the daughter of some lord. She fell into a mud hole and I saved her.
That's very brave of you, my dear.
Well, the extraordinary thing was how I saved her. I had this branch and somehow I made it grow. Well, I know it sounds impossible, but I said, grow, grow, and it just grew. What's the matter, Auntie A?
I need to sit down.
Tell me what's the matter.
It's the moment I've been dreading all these years. It's time for you to leave.
Leave? I don't understand.
You were created by Queen Mab. You have no mortal father. There's magic at work here. And now she wants you to join her.
I won't.
You have no choice, my dear. You can't fight it. Not yet.
He's talking to me. He says I have to go with him.
This will keep you warm. On cold nights. No, no, no. Keep your chin up. Magic has no power over the human heart.
I love you, Auntie.
And you can tell her, Royal High and Mighty Queen Mab, that magic or no magic, if she harms you in any way, I'll have her guts for my bootlaces.
Very strange. And yet it wasn't. Half of me felt all this was the most natural thing in the world.
I suppose I'm to get into the boat.
That feeling inside was growing stronger and stronger. I was coming home.
Sorry I'm late. Ship left without me. Dreadfully rude, really. Well, coming aboard.
Who are you?
Shh! I can't concentrate.
These are treacherous waters. Strong currents, unseen rocks.
Follow me. Don't get lost. Don't get lost.
This way, if you will, Master Merlin.
Your Majesty. Well, I mean, I'm rather pleased to present...
Merlin.
Yes.
Merlin.
Yes.
You've come at last. Do you know who I am?
Queen Mab.
Yes. You've grown handsome and true. I did well when I created you. This is Merlin. Merlin, who comes to save us. Save us. He will bring the people back to the old ways.
Why am I here?
To learn. I will teach you to become the most powerful wizard in the world.
Why?
To lead mortals back to us. And the old ways.
Well, what if I don't want to be a wizard?
It's your destiny. Remember that branch? And how you made it grow? That's why you're here. To learn. Oh, Merlin. Merlin. You'll soon know the power that is in you. And when it is unleashed, you will hold this world in the hollow of your hand. All the magic of the universe and all the spells you will ever need are in these books, Merlin.
If I'm half mortal, will I die?
In the fullness of time. We cannot change that. But we can change form. But it is only an illusion, particularly in his case. Sometimes we can see into the future. This is you, as you will be.
Will I grow that old?
Have a care, young Merlin.
Sorry, sir.
Well, but you're right. Try and stay as young inside as you are now. That's another thing to watch out for, young Merlin. Don't start giving advice.
Frick, it's your turn.
Now, Master Merlin, there are 3 classes of magic. 3 stages of progression to full wizard status. The first and lowest stage is wizard by incantation. Abracadabra, devenchot. The second stage wizards are hand wizards, whose magic is performed by gestures of the hands and fingers. The third and highest stage of wizardry. The supreme exponents are wizards of pure thought, who need no words nor gestures, but by their will alone pierce the heavens. Of course, only the most supremely gifted personages become wizards of the third stage.
Oh, get on with it.
Yes, madam. Any questions?
I studied day and night and learned of those unseen forces that hold this world together. Learnt the secret ways of other worlds that exist beneath the surface and behind the mirrors.
Now you try it.
Must I?
Yes! Right hand, sir, right hand. Now, Master Merlin, put it out. Left hand, concentrate. That happened because you didn't concentrate.
Well, how is he doing?
Did you read my report, madam?
Yes, yes, but I want your personal impressions.
Well, I mean, I rather think he's got the ability. He could indeed be the greatest.
I knew it.
But he never will be. He can't get past being a hand wizard. He doesn't want to do it. In his heart, he doesn't like magic.
He doesn't like it.
Well, I know it sounds shocking, but I mean, that's the way it is, isn't it?
Well, we've got to make him like it. I have work for him to do.
The truth is, he wants to go home.
Home? Home?
Why did you call me, Merlin?
I didn't.
You did.
Who are you?
The Lady of the Lake. How are you getting on with my sister, Mab? We two don't get on.
Why?
I don't approve of what she's been doing. Creating you and letting your mother die like that.
She let my mother die.
Oh dear, I shouldn't have told you, but it just slipped out.
I'm going home.
You should. Your auntie Ambrosia is very ill.
Oh, Master Merlin! Where is he?
He's on his way home to that viper-tongued witch Ambrosia.
How can he get across the lake?
My dear sister.
Oh. If I may say so, madam, it really would help matters if you two could agree to...
Well, I want your advice, I'll ask for it, frick.
As you wish, madam. What are you going to do?
I'm not gonna lose him. Where is he?
So, here you are again. Still a chip off the old iceberg, I see. Oh, please, don't bother to knock.
Where's Merlin?
You've lost him, haven't you? Well, I must say it's typical. You've been sliding down the ladder of success so quickly these last few years. You must have got splinters in your backside.
Don't provoke me, Ambrosia. I'm in no mood for your jibes.
I'm anxious about him, too. You should have taken better care of him.
He'll be here. He's heard you're ill.
I'm not ill. I'm dying.
When he comes, you must send him back.
Can't you make him come back?
It's better that you tell him his place is with me.
No, I won't do that.
Do you defy me?
Of course I defy you. I've always defied you.
Why?
It's my nature. When my boy comes here, I'll say not one word. He'll do what's in his heart.
You made me do. Ambrosia. Ambrosia! What is it?
You tell me. You're the mistress of magic.
Auntie A! Auntie A!
Dear boy, you've come back.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Everything's as it should be. Merlin, remember, only listen to your heart.
You killed her.
No, I didn't.
You killed her like you killed my real mother.
No, I only let her die. You haven't the power to strike me.
Watch my power grow.
That was very good, Merlin. I'm impressed.
I'll never forgive you.
I'm sorry about your mother and Ambrosia, but they were casualties of war. I am fighting to save my people from extinction.
I don't care if you die and disappear.
I will, unless I fight and win.
I'll never help you.
You will. I'll make you.
I swear, on Ambrosia's grave, and the grave of my mother, I'll only ever use my powers to defeat Queen Mab. On this I swear.
And thus I set my course. I knew Mab had hurt me, but right from the start, she believed she could make me break my oath. After all, part of her was in me. So she waited patiently in the shadows for the time when she could strike and make me see the error of my ways. So the world turned and turned again. The rain fell on the just and unjust alike. Men and women were cut down like wheat to be born again strong. Mab had to wait years, but it didn't matter. Those years passed as if in seconds. And then she found a way of making me break my oath. It's a fine position for a new castle. Don't you think, Lord Ardente?
It will be impregnable, Your Majesty. No army can take it.
Not even Uther's.
My Lord Uther is in Normandy, sire.
My spies tell me he's raising an army and getting ready to sail for England. He wants to kill me. I don't blame him. I killed his father, King Constant.
King Constant was a tyrant.
Not unlike myself.
Yes, sir. No, sir. No.
You don't sound very convincing, my lord. What I'm interested in is, in case we'd have to fight, whose side would you be on? His or mine?
I have always been loyal to Your Majesty. I've pledged my entire army to you.
True, up till now. Trouble is, I don't trust anyone. I want guarantees.
You have my word, sire.
It's not good enough. I'm keeping your daughter, Nimue, just to be sure. Guards!
Sire! This is outrageous, sire.
I'm sorry.
King Vortigern, whatever you do to me, my father will do what is right.
Of course he will. If you stay loyal to me, she'll be safe. But if you betray me, I will kill her myself.
Father! Father!
How does it go? Progress?
Fine, sire, fine. The linnets on the west side need bolstering.
Tell me roughly what happened.
Don't know, sire.
Guards! Take him away!
It shouldn't have done that. It's the linnets. I'm sure it's the linnets.
Get me a different architect! Hey, you! You! Why won't it stand?
I'm a soothsayer, Your Majesty, not an architect.
If you are a soothsayer, you should know. Tell me why it is that every time I try to rebuild the tower, it collapses.
Ah, well, yes, indeed, yes. You think I should know that, sire?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'll read the stones.
Then read them.
Oh, I will, sire, I will. That's something I do very well, sire. Very well.
Why is it that I surround myself with a bunch of incompetent fools?
I've been a worshipper of the old ways all my life. Now, that life is in danger. And it's a precious life. It's mine. I've never had any real help. No, not never. What am I going to do? I've no idea why his tower keeps falling down. Yeah!
The land is cursed.
You've appeared. You've appeared after all these years. It is Queen Mab.
Yes, old man.
Oh, Majesty.
The land is cursed. Neither tower nor castle will stand.
So, what do we do?
You must find a man who has no mortal father and mix his blood with the mortar.
Ooh. Splendid. But, a man who has no mortal father. Where can I find a man like that?
I will show you.
Seize that man!
Welcome to my home, sir. What can I do for you?
I'm the king's soothsayer.
An important position.
And a fragile one. I'm the third royal soothsayer this year.
Vortigern gets through them at an alarming rate.
He gets through everything at an alarming rate.
It seems to be holding.
It will hold this time, Your Majesty, never fear.
Never have.
Good, good. The foundations are as solid as...
You were saying? Oh, Your Majesty! Your Majesty! I found him! The man without a mortal father!
This better not be one of your tricks.
No, 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 sire. It's all true.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Get a bowl. Cut his throat. Do it now. What's the matter with you?
He's a wizard.
He doesn't look like much of a wizard to me.
I never did anything to you. Why do you want to cut my throat?
It's nothing personal. I have to mix your blood with the mortar for the castle. This old fool tells me it's the only way to make the building stand. It's easy to die, knowing you'll die for your country.
I may first offer some advice. Your Majesty's in danger of seeming a little stupid.
What did you call me?
Stupid.
This man thinks he's me. Why would you call me stupid?
Because it's obvious why you can't build a castle there. Look.
I'm looking.
I don't see anything.
Can't you see the stream? It runs into a great cavern below.
The water's there, I swear.
I can see it. We can all see it.
You wanted to build my castle on water.
That's not all that's wrong. You work on the dragons.
Dragons? What dragons?
I see two dragons. One red, one white.
My crest is a white dragon.
It's an omen, wouldn't you say, sir?
What else did you see?
The red dragon conquered the white.
It's an omen, wouldn't you say, sire? It could be an omen.
Your Majesty, Prince Uther has landed from Normandy with a great army.
He's marching on Winchester.
You foresaw all this.
I see things unknown.
Gather my armies. We march on Winchester. I've been fighting my enemies for 15 years. Every time I crush one, another one takes his place. Will it ever end?
Perhaps you need me to foretell the future, then could crush them all before they get a chance to cause trouble. Of course, then you wouldn't be able to cut my throat.
You're an extraordinary man. I can't have extraordinary men running around. You're not quick enough. That's a mistake many of my enemies make. They think before they act. I act before I think. That's my advantage. And you, you're out of a job.
Oh, yes, sir.
Tie the wizard.
Come on, quick, before he changes his mind.
overworked and underpaid. How terribly sweet of you to inquire. You're in serious trouble this time, Master Merlin. How did they ever make a Vulgarian like Vortigern king? You mortals have no sense of the fitness of things. Quite appalling. At any rate, I'm here with a message from Mab.
Naturally.
She's going to punish you.
She hates me.
No, but she's rather disappointed that you refused to use your magic power.
I swore an oath in Ambrosia's grave, Frick.
But why won't you use the Master Merlin?
Because Mab wants me to.
You will in the end, you know. You're half human. She's a terrible enemy, Master Merlin, and a very poor employer. Well, I mean, I could tell you stories, but enough of my problems.
Merlin. Merlin?
Nimue.
It is you, Merlin.
Nimue. What are you doing here?
I'm a hostage. Vortigern wants to make sure that my father doesn't join Prince Uther.
Why was he going to?
No, but he doesn't trust anybody. It's dangerous being near him. No one knows who will strike down next.
Seems I said the wrong thing. I told him Uther would defeat him.
I hope you're right. What is the matter? Are you ill?
No, it's just I need space to breathe. These four walls are suffocating me. Nimue. I've never forgotten you. All these years.
I've always remembered you, Merlin.
Uther has captured Winchester. He's unstoppable.
I'll stop him. I didn't send for you.
That's why I'm here.
I've killed men for such insolence.
And women?
And children.
I'm trembling.
What makes you so brave, woman?
Knowing that if you hurt me, my father and his men will join Uther.
All right. You're here now, so what is it you want?
Merlin, the wizard, is sick.
Get him a physician.
There is no cure, but his freedom.
I can't give him that.
Well, then he'll die.
We all die, eventually. Even wizards.
But if he does, you will not know about the battle. He has had another vision. Don't you want to know how to win?
I now have the strongest army Britain has ever seen.
It may not be enough, Your Majesty. Uther and his men follow the Christian way.
I thought they didn't believe in killing.
Oh, they'll kill in a holy cause. And destroying you is a holy cause.
How convenient. They kill when it suits them.
Like the rest of us, sire.
When will he attack?
Not before the spring.
Good. We'll use winter as our ally. We'll take him by surprise. Merlin, I need your help. How are you? I know I've been a little hot-tempered. Patience is not one of my virtues.
Oh, you have so few of those, I wouldn't concern myself about that one too much, sire. How can I help you?
Can Uther be defeated?
I dreamed a battle near Winchester. I couldn't see how it ended. I was too weak.
Dream it again. I want to know who wins.
And I want fresh air and light. Without them, I cannot dream dreams, see visions.
Is that all?
Way over there, beyond those hills, is an island called Avalon. Joseph of Arimathea came there from Jerusalem with the Holy Grail, the cup our Lord Jesus Christ used at the Holy Supper. It has the power to feed the hungry and heal the sick. But the Holy Grail was lost to us. Many men searched for it, but no one has ever seen it since. But one day, a man with a pure heart will find it, and peace and happiness will return.
It's a lovely story. And so are you. Oh, they hurt. Memories. Memories of love. They hurt. Our world was tearing itself to pieces, and I didn't care. Those were truly the happiest days of my life.
Are you really a wizard?
A hand wizard.
You mean there's magic in hands?
Yes. Well, for one thing, hands can say so much more than words. They can welcome, beg, pray. They can... Hands can even... could keep everything as simple as the roundness of the moon. Look at its simplicity, Nimue. Everything equal, no part more important than the rest.
I thought you weren't gonna do any magic.
That wasn't magic. Magic is real. Just a trick.
Open the gate! Open the gate!
Hail, Vortigern, King of Britain. I am Mab, Queen of the Old Ways.
What brings you here, madam?
I can tell you how to defeat Uther.
What will this alliance cost me? There's a price to everything.
The wizard, Merlin. I want him.
He is too valuable to me. He sees things. He has visions.
Anyone can have visions. Don't you see visions? Don't you see yourself winning?
Yes. But I don't see why you would want to help me.
I would rather see you on the throne than Uther.
I don't believe in your old ways.
You don't believe in anything.
I believe in me.
That's not enough to make us win.
I understand. Uther will bring Christianity to the people, and that'll be the end of you. All right. I'll give you the wizard. So tell me, how do I defeat Uther?
Suck Cast Nimue to the great dragon.
That's not so easy.
Ethics?
Politics.
I can't do that. She's my hostage. It keeps her father loyal to me.
Urgent news, Your Majesty. Lord Ardent has defected. He's joined Prince Uther.
How convenient, madam.
For both of us.
The girl dies.
Let Merlin watch.
Like Joseph of Arimathea, I went to Avalon. Not with the Holy Grail, but with something much more precious to me.
Sisters!
She's very badly hurt. Whilst the monks prayed and I thought of revenge, the nuns were more practical. They used their knowledge of ancient herbs and potions to try and save my only love.
Merlin? She's very badly wounded. These sisters are doing all they can, but you must pray with us.
Why should I pray to your God if he is going to take her from me?
But this is not God's work.
You're right, it isn't.
Do you know who did it?
Oh, yes, I know.
Mom! 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 Do you hear me, Mom?
Yes, Merlin.
You destroyed everyone I love. My mother, Ambrosia, and now Nimue.
The end justifies the means. I did it for you. I want you to use the power in you. Rise up, dear Merlin, and be great.
No, Mab. I'll destroy you for what you've done to me.
You can't, Merlin. I'll always be too strong.
Find a way. I will find a way!
Never. Not ever.
Shh, don't try to speak. Save your strength. Don't turn your face to the wall. Nimue.
I'll be scarred.
The important thing is you are alive. Nimue. I have to go away for a little while. When I come back, it'll be forever. You will always be beautiful to me.
My Lady of the Lake! It is I, Merlin! I need help!
For what purpose, Merlin?
To defeat Vortigern. He's Mab's ally, and a tyrant.
Good king, bad king. You judge too easily, Merlin. You'll learn. I give you Excalibur.
heard the sword song, and it was beautiful. Now, armed with the sword of the just, I was going to face another dragon. A red one. It was Uther's crest, and I was about to make it supreme, if he'd let me.
You're welcome to Winchester Castle, Merlin. Oh, are you Merlin the wizard?
Wizard? We're Christians here, sir. We don't believe in your blasphemy.
Well, that's your choice, sir. But pagan or Christian, I hope you believe in fresh news. Well, is it good or bad? That depends how you use it. Vortigern will attack you within days.
Look, no one fights in winter. Tisn't done. Rules of war. We fight in summer. We rest in winter.
Vortigern isn't interested in rules and traditions. He wants to win. And if circumstances were different, I would favor him. His army's already on the march. Take it or leave it. Why are you telling me this? Vortigern is the friend of my enemy, Mab. So my enemy's enemy is my friend. And besides, I've already seen the Red Dragon defeat the White. And I think that you might make a fair to decent king.
Oh, you think so, do you?
King Constant wasn't. You'd have to do a lot better than your father. But I offer you my services as a wizard. Merlin, I owe you an apology. You were right about Vortigern.
What a fool to fight in winter.
Perhaps I was the fool, thinking the winter would make me safe. But we'll be ready for him now.
We must choose our battleground, sire.
Here. We fight him here. You mean by the river? On it. He has to come down here through the pass and cross on his way to Winchester. Uther, this is where you meet Vortigern and crush him.
Madam.
Uther knows you're going to attack. He's waiting for you.
I wonder who told him I was coming.
Merlin?
Dragon didn't kill him. What about the girl?
She's alive.
So much for your magic. It doesn't matter, I never believed in it anyway.
You're a very brave man, Vortigern, but so stupid. You have to believe in something now.
Like what? I've been king for 20 years. I've never been defeated. I didn't use any magic. I did it with my bare hands.
What is it?
It'll protect you.
What are you afraid of, man? Well, it's passing you by, leaving you behind. Kings and queens, old ways, new ways, they all come together in the end. I've never been afraid, and I never will be.
Ah, Vortigern. Vortigern, it's your pride. Your pride condemns you.
Lord Ardente, the traitor who changed sides.
Loose! I wish I could.
Church!
Are you going to use some of your magic on me, Merlin?
I'll kill you any way I can, Vortigern. But I will kill you. Only one tear was shed for Vortigern, and his pride had cast it away. He paid for it with his life.
That is a mighty sword.
It is Excalibur. It can only be used by a good man in a good cause.
I understand.
I thought I could now spend time with Nimue. I thought Uther would be a good king, and so help defeat Mab. But I was never a good judge of men. I always expected too much of them.
Como?
Your Majesty, may I present my wife, the Lady Ygraine? And my daughter.
You are welcome to Pendragon, my lady. And you?
Morgan Le Fay, Your Majesty.
Cornwall, would you permit me to dance with your lady after the feast?
If Your Majesty pleases.
Oh, yes, yes. It will please His Majesty very much. Merlin.
Uther.
Ygraine. She's beautiful, isn't she?
Beautiful and somebody else's wife.
But still beautiful. What does the rest matter?
Are you really a wizard?
So they say.
Do some magic for me.
If you wash behind your ears. Mm-hmm.
That's not real magic. It's a trick. Anyone can do it.
All right, you do it then.
There, you see? I did it.
You're right. Anyone could do it.
Morgan? Come on.
He hardly had the crown on his head before it began all over again. I decided to leave and let them stew in their own juices.
Merlin! May I ride with you?
Of course.
I believe in you, Merlin.
And I knew Uther.
How great is your power? Can you make a woman love me?
Magic can't create love.
Could you kill her husband? Ygraine, I want her, Merlin, more than I've ever wanted anything in the world.
Well, you can't have her.
Do you know what love is?
Yes, Uther, sad to say I know what love is.
Give me Ygraine.
She's not mine to give.
Then I'll take her. Even if it means war.
It will.
So be it. I have Excalibur.
Very well. Give me the sword. I shall make a spell.
I am Merlin, and this is Excalibur.
Where did you get it?
A gift from the Lady of the Lake.
She has been a friend of mine since before the dawn of time. If I can remember that, it means that I'm an old man.
I ask you to hold Excalibur for me until a good man comes to take it from you.
Then I will be holding it forever. If not longer.
You tricked me, Merlin.
Come, Uther. I'm a wizard, that's my business. The sword is yours if you can take it.
Merlin? Where are you, Merlin?
It's Avalon. Journey's end, Sir Rupert.
I certainly hope so. You know, we're not as young as we used to be.
Quite. Come on, old friend.
I'm not ready for you to see me.
Let me be the judge of that.
I'm a monster.
I can't. Mab is too strong. Leave this place and come with me.
I'm not ready to face the world.
When will you be ready?
I don't know.
3 months siege and we still haven't taken it.
There's no way across the causeway, sire. My advice to you is give it up. It's madness.
I must have a grain.
As one who's been to Colchester, sire, as one who knows a few things, I have to tell you that the kingdom is falling apart whilst we tear ourselves to pieces. If this was for money or love or power, I could understand it. But all this for Cornwall's wife?
You were born old, Boris. You've never known what it is to lust after a woman. I've spent all my life fighting. Bloody days and cold nights with a naked sword as my bedfellow.
You'll never take it in Tantrum.
Hundreds are dead because you have an itch.
Will you help cure me of that itch?
You've lost your reputation, Ilsa. And reputations, like glass, once cracked, can never be repaired.
Will you help me?
I don't know you anymore. You've become an Ouroboros. You'll devour the world in your lust.
Will you help me?
Yes, I'll help you. I have to be mad to stop this madness.
What will it cost me?
You will have the Lady Igraine. But there will be a child, a boy. I've seen him, Uther. He's mine.
What will you do with him?
Teaching him honor and goodness.
I can do that.
Honor and goodness, the words stick in your throat. You choke on them just as you'll choke on your vomit in the end.
Very well. I agree.
Once more. Cornwall will not be harmed.
Not by me.
Now break camp. Withdraw your army now in daylight while Cornwall can see you.
Uther's breaking camp. We'll follow him.
Don't leave, my lord.
Why not?
I have a feeling that...
Castle's well guarded. You'll be safe, my love. Look after your mother, eh, Morgan?
I will, Father.
Anon!
Remember, Uther, you only have until the morning. The night is your friend. Use it. You don't approve?
Well, of course I don't approve.
The end justifies the means, Sir Rupert.
Where have I heard that before?
His Lordship Cornwall approaches!
Open the gates!
Open the gates! His Lordship returns! My lord.
Back so soon, my lord.
Yes. Yes. Uther's really gone.
Mother?
My place is here with you.
Mother,
Time
that!
for you to go to bed, little girl, huh?
Let me go!
No, not another word.
But I didn't say goodnight.
Good night. Good night. And then, good night.
Things fall apart, they say. Uther had betrayed me, killed Cornwall. But then, I'd betrayed Igraine by helping Uther seduce her. So the wheel of life turns. One betrayal leads to another and another. The innocent die. It haunted me for the rest of my life.
Nearly there. Nearly there. More water.
Pray. What are you doing?
Writing fairy stories, so you'll be remembered.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. I'll not be forgotten.
Well, for us, things are going rather well for us.
I'm going to make sure.
Hello, Morgan.
Who are you?
I'm a gnome.
You're tall for a gnome, aren't you?
Well, as a matter of fact, gnomes do indeed come in all shapes and sizes. I'm the tall kind.
Can you do magic?
Of course. Watch. Ah, beautiful lady. I am at your service. Your wish is my command. Watch me swash
That's real magic, not Twix. Will you teach me how to do that?
I certainly shall. If you do something for me. Your new baby brother will be born soon. How terribly exciting, don't you think?
He's not my real brother. The man who made him wasn't my real father.
Well, I mean, that's clever, Morgan. You'll make a wonderful pupil for the fantastic things I can teach you.
What do you want me to do?
Just put this stone in the baby's crib.
And so, Arthur was born.
It's a boy!
At last. A good man, a good king.
You're easily fooled, Merlin. Uther fooled you when he killed Cornwall. Now his child is damned.
The boy is mine!
He'll be his father's son. Because of him, the chaos of blood will go on. And out of it, the people will come back to me.
I'll see you fade into nothing!
Pull